Hello everyone. Today's my topic is recession. So, what is the recession? The output of an economy usually increases over time. However, growth in economic output fluctuates, forming a business cycle in which there are peaks and troughs in economic activity. In the trough of a business cycle, output growth can be weak or negative. This usually results in job losses and an increase in the unemployment rate. While there is no single definition of recession, it is generally agreed that a recession occurs when there is a period of reduced output and a significant increase in the unemployment rate. Views differ about how to best identify the unemployment rate. The most common definition of recession used in the media is a technical recession in which there have been two consecutive quarters of negative growth in real GDP. This definition often appears in textbook and is widely used by generalists. On this definition, Australia had not recorded a recession definition. Australia for 29 years since the recession of the early 1990s. This length of time since a technical recession is a very unusual compared with Australia's economic history and the experience of most advanced economies, which typically record a recession around 7 to 10 years on average. What is a recession? There is no single definition of recession through different descriptors of recession. Our common features involving economic output and labor market outcomes. GDP growth can be. There are, however, a number of shortcomings of this definition of recession are GDP growth can be weak but no negative and still be associated with significant increase in the unemployment rate and hardship for households. Some components of GDP are volatile. Consequently, two consecutive quarters of negative growth in GDP can give a false signal about the underlying pace of economic growth. Measurement of the components of GDP is subject to revision as more data become available. Consequently, negative quarterly growth figure can be revised away or a positive one can become negative, also increasing the possibility of a false signal about the underlying pace of economic growth. So, unemployment based rules are economists have also proposed a definition of recession that rely on the unemployment rate. These rules typically signal a recession when the unemployment rate increases by more than a pre-specified amount. The unemployment based rules have the advantage of being single timely and not as susceptible to data revisions as GDP based measures. However, the main limitation of unemployment the COVID-19 pandemic caused a large contraction in many economies including Australia. Because management of the people health issue required the immediate suspension of many economic activities, the economic effects of the pandemic have been notable for the speed at which output fell and unemployment rate rose, as well as for the scale of these effects. For instance, in Australia, GDP fell by 7% in June quarter 2020. The large quarterly decline for which records are available, the unemployment rate peaked at close to In mid 2020, the underemployment rate also increased sharply. Economic activity rebounded as COVID-19 restrictions were lifted and vaccination programs were rolled out, with households and business supported by historically large monetary and fiscal stimulus. This is all about the recession. Thank you.